welcome back to Cat's Corner. My name is Kayla, and today we will be learning about how to make and use worry boxes. Worry boxes are perfect for all ages, and they help to work on issues surrounding nervousness, worry, and anxiety. Kind of the key aspect of a worry box is that idea that it helps to teach your brain how to practice compartmentalizing. So you take some of those things that you're worried about, you have an actual physical representation of how you can take those worries and put them away somewhere so that you can help yourself focus and kind of stay in the moment. So the first thing we're going to go over is how to make the box, and then secondly, I'll go over an easy ritual that all ages can use to use the box. To give you all a background on worry boxes, they can be used in a lot of different settings. You can use them in a classroom, you can use them in individual therapy and group therapy, you can use them just on your own, and you can create them to use as a family or within the home environment. They're very versatile, and my favorite thing is that you get to kind of make your worry box and decorate it and fit it to what your needs are. So, the materials that you're going to need to use or make a worry box are pretty simple. You will need a box and or a bag of some sort. This is the worry box that I like to use when I do groups. It's very colorful, and I put writing on all of the sides because I tend to work with kids. But you can also use paper bags, just a plain paper bag, smaller or big, it's up to you, or even a shoe box, a cereal box, anything that you can then decorate, create, and kind of make your own. An important aspect of using a worry box is once you make it and you kind of personalize it to what you want it to look like or what you need, the box itself is then special or sacred. So you want to think of that idea of this box isn't going to be used for anything else that isn't the rituals associated with the worry box. That's one of the things that makes it most effective, is it is its own special container that can hold those concepts and those ideas, and it's not something that you're using in your everyday life besides for the purpose of dealing with worry or nervousness or anxiety. You don't have to label it as a worry box. If you are in an educational or a group therapy setting, it might be helpful just so that everyone knows kind of what what it is and what's associated with it. If you're doing an at-home one, you might decoupage it, you might paint it, you might write on it. You really want to just personalize it and make it whatever you want it to be. Sometimes people like to do an outside versus inside representation, so you might show on the outside what it looks like when you think you have a lot of worry, and then on the inside make it what it actually is inside, how you feel that worry or you feel that anxiety. They can be very plain, they can be very extravagant. It's whatever you feel that you need to kind of hold everything together. So that's really step one of the worry box. You get your supplies, you make it your own, and then you remind yourself and anyone who will be using it. So if you're in a classroom setting, the kids that use it there, in a group for yourself, you remind yourself that the box is sacred, that the box is special, and that the purpose of the box is to hold those worries, those ideas, that anxiousness within it so that you can continue to move on and do the things that you want to do while still honoring those feelings that you're having inside. So the next thing we're going to do is go over a simple ritual or activity that can be adjusted depending on age and need for how to use the worry box that you created, so that you can start to progress and work with that anxiety and that nervousness. So there are many different ways to use your worry box, but I'm going to show all of you the same ritual but adjusted to fit either a group setting or a more individualized personal or at-home setting. The materials that you will need for this ritual are 1, your finished worry box, 2, any kind of paper that can kind of be ripped up and written on, so Post-its or just a big sheet of paper ripped up into shreds, and then a pen or a marker or some kind of writing utensil. If we're looking at a group setting, a group therapy setting, I like to bring my worry box out during the first few sessions because it helps clients who might already be dealing with anxiety and worry process some of the things that they have in association with starting a new group and maybe not knowing people and, having a lot on their mind and maybe being embarrassed and scared. So I like to bring the worry box out and I show them the worry box and I tell them, this is the worry box. Right now, you don't have to tell us what you're going to put in it, but the purpose of a worry box is that you are going to think about, the things that are pressing on your mind right now, things that you don't really want to bring with you into this group or things that you're scared or worried about. And you're going to take some of the pieces of paper that you have and you are going to write that down. In a group setting, I might give them a little personalized space so other people don't have to see what they're writing. But I'm just going to write really quick homework. And on another one, I'll write family. So we'll pretend that these two things are the things that I'm worried about within this group. So then once everyone would be done, I'd have them come back to a circle, and then I'd have them fold them in half so other people can't see what they wrote. And then I would pass around the worry box. And each person gets a moment to open the box, put their worries inside of the box, and then close it. I like to encourage them to sometimes take a couple deep breaths and really just think about letting those things go and trying to stay in the moment. I also tell everyone that the purpose of the box isn't to get rid of your worries, but to hold your worries. So at the end of the session, they are always more than welcome to go back to the box and open it and take their worries out if that's something that they feel like they need to do. If you want to do that with your group, I would suggest using different colors of paper so that way they know which ones are theirs and they don't go through other people's worries that they want to keep in the box if they do want to take them out. From my experience, I've never had anyone want to take their worries out of the box and take them home with them. But the purpose isn't that you're making them get rid of them. It's just that it's holding them so that they can be present in the moment. So that's how I would use the worry box and the ritual associated with the worry box in a group setting. At home, you kind of just have a little bit more pre-knowledge. If you're a parent talking to your children, you can use very similar language. But if it's just you, you can think, all right, I'm feeling really worried, I'm feeling overwhelmed, I need to put some things in the box. And then so again, you take as many pieces of paper as you need, you would write down all of those worries on your paper, and then you could kind of build your own ritual around it actually, get out your worry box, open it up, put your worries inside the box. Maybe you want to do a certain type of breathing technique. Maybe you want to just kind of let your mind wander for a couple minutes, but you'll close the box and you will acknowledge to yourself that those worries or those anxieties are currently in the box and that you can always take them out again if you need to. If you want to take this a step further, and I know some people have done this, you put your worries in the box at the beginning of the session or maybe at the beginning of the day. And then at the end of the day, you open the box again and you go back through and you see if the things inside of it are things that you're still worried about. And if they are things you're still worried about, you can keep them in the box. But if they're things that you're not worried about anymore, you can take the pieces of paper that they're on, you can rip them up because you're not worried about that anymore, rip it up into tiny little pieces, and then find a trash can and throw it right in there. It really helps to clear out the brain. You associate, okay, here's this idea, and now here's a physical action of me getting rid of this. I'm not worried about this anymore. It can go away. And that's another thing that works really well with my middle school and my teen clients too. It's a little something that they can kind of add in there to best their anxiety, best their worry, and make them feel a little bit better. So that is an overview of how to make and use your very own worry box. I found this tool to be incredibly useful. In the first ever drama therapy workshop that I attended, they actually led a drama therapy session, and we started with a worry box activity. And it's always stuck with me because of that. I thought, wow, this is a really, kind of accepting activity to be doing in this new space where I didn't know anybody, and I was really worried about, do I like drama therapy? Is this something that I'm going to want to do? And I was thinking about school and my career and all of this stuff. And I was able to just take all of that and throw it in the box and then go have fun actually doing drama therapy and meeting new people and interacting with them. So I hope you liked this video. If you do end up making a worry box, I'd love to see pictures if you're willing to share. comments about how it's worked for you, different rituals maybe you created or ways that you customized it so that you really get all of your personalized worries or nervousness out. And as always, make sure that if you like this video, you can like us on YouTube, you can follow us on YouTube, on Pinterest, on our new Facebook page, and of course on our blog, which is Creative Arts Therapy Corner. So I hope you all have a great rest of your day and that you take this opportunity to let go of some of your worries.